Hi, welcome to this another episode of Cat Question of the Day series, and I'm Kamal Huya. And this time I have brought a very wonderful, very close to heart question. This question I received many years ago, almost at the beginning of my stint as a cat trainer. So this question belongs to the topic of numbers, and it is talking. I've given the name as cube root, and I will discuss afterwards about it. So right now it is your time. Try to solve and get the answer. It is not that difficult, but it is not that easy also, right? And it is going to teach you a very great way of seeing or thinking about the questions, how to proceed about that. Fine. So it is going to give you a thought process. So let's bring it on now. Let's bring your thought process on now. So this is your time. Please solve it, and after that we shall discuss it. Right? Your time starts now. Okay, so let's see it together now. It says, what is the largest positive integer? So first thing is that you are talking about positive integers, और हमें बड़े से बड़ा positive integer चाहिए which satisfies certain condition. What is the condition? Let's read. So we are looking for the largest positive integer. Acha, this indicates one more thing. That means there could be many integers which satisfy this criteria, right? But we are looking for the largest of such. Okay. So what is the largest positive integer which is divisible by, तो ये divisible होना चाहिए. We are looking for such positive integer जो कि divisible है. किससे? By all the positive integers. सभी positive integers से. कौन से वाले भाई? That are less than or equal to its cube root. Okay, that's how the name of the question is, cube root. तो मतलब ऐसा नंबर जो खुद के क्यूब रूट से छोटे, खुद का क्यूब रूट या उससे छोटे सभी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स से डिविजिबल है. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? Let's check a small number. By the way, I think example is given here. Let's read that. So it says, for example, 60 satisfies this condition. Okay, let's check 60 directly. तो 60 का क्यूब रूट क्या बनेगा भाई? So if I take cube root of 60, now you will say, sir, हमें तो स्क्वायर रूट निकालना नहीं आता. 60 क्यूब रूट कौन बताएगा? कैलकुलेटर तो आप देते नहीं हो. नहीं देंगे. नहीं देंगे. So don't worry, we don't need to know how to calculate cube roots. It's not required because that is not being asked in the question. But you can check the numbers, na? You can check the numbers. Okay, what is 1 cube? 1 cube तो इससे छोटा ही है. हाँ. 2 cube is 8. 8 तो 20 से छोटा ही है. 60 से छोटा है ना 8. 3 cube is 27. So इसका जो क्यूब रूट होगा वो 3 से तो बड़ा ही होने वाला है. आगे देखते हैं. 4 cube, what is 4 cube? 4 cube is 64. aha, that means अगर 64 का क्यूब रूट करते तो 4 आता, right? So but this means this cube root is certainly less than 4, but we have already seen that it is going to be greater than 3. Yes or no? Is that thing clear or not? I don't know what is the exact value of cube root of 60, and that is not required also. But this thing is required, that you must understand its cube root is going to lie between 3 and 4. कैसे पता लगा? Sir, फिर से. Many of you must be calling that, right? फिर से सुनिए. 3 का क्यूब कितना होता है? 27. In other words, 27 का क्यूब रूट is 3. ठीक है? Okay. 4 का क्यूब कितना होता है? What is the value of 4 cube? It is 64. How we are getting that? Baba, 4 into 4 into 4. That is the meaning of cube, right? Multiplying the same number 3 times, right? 4 into 4 into 4. That is cube of 4, which is 64. 64 तो 60 से ज्यादा हो गया ना? So our number lies between 27 and 64. 60 lies between them. So certainly its cube root also lies between them, the cube root of those numbers 3 and 4. I hope it is very clear now. Okay? Anyhow, coming back to the question. So as per our question's condition requirement was that our number should be divisible by all the positive integers less than or equal to its cube root. And now its cube root, 60's cube root is not an integer. It will be something between 3 and 4. So we want 60 to be divisible by 3 and 2 and 1. Is it divisible by 3? Yes. 2? Yes. 1? 1 से तो हर कोई होता है. That means it satisfies, right? That's why example is given here. So 60 satisfies as it is divisible by each of 1, 2 and 3 that were less than or equal to cube root of 60. ठीक है ना? I hope it is very clear now. So this example is already given. See, आपका आधा काम तो करके दे दिया इसने, but to understand this, that was your task. Okay, but it simultaneously says that 64 does not satisfy as it is not divisible by 3. इसका क्या मतलब है? यहां भी ये भी बात एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है कि 64 को if you check, तो cube root of 64 that is going to be 4, right? It is exactly 4. So we want this 64 को हम बोलेंगे कि ये satisfy करता है कब? When 64 is divisible by 4, 3, 2 and when all the integers, all the positive integers which are less than or equal to its cube root, right? Now cube root is 4 which is an integer, so now it should be divisible by 4 as well as 3 as well as 2 as well as 1. अब मुझे बताओ 1 से divisible तो है ना? Yes है. 2 से भी है क्या? हाँ है. 3 से है क्या? नहीं, right? 3 से divisible नहीं है, 4 से है. So that was had been mentioned here because it is not divisible by 3, so that's why this 64 does not satisfy. Fine. So this example is already given and we have already discussed that. So this was the analysis of the question what is given. I have said it repeatedly that we must always be very careful while reading the question. Given क्या है, दिया क्या है, पूछा क्या है, right? Okay, now we have understood the process कि हमें करना क्या है. Question is asking about to find out such largest positive integer which satisfy this condition. Now comes the important part of developing that thought process, right? I was talking about the thought process, how to think. सोचे कैसे इसके बारे में? कोई फॉर्मूला होता है क्या? Is there any shortcut? हमें तो किसी क्लास में बताया नहीं है. बाबा कुछ होता नहीं है ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. You need to think, right? You need to think. So कैसे सोचें? So let's think in the reverse manner, right? Let's think in the reverse manner. अगर मैं बोलता हूं कि मेरे नंबर को सिर्फ 1 से डिविजिबल होना था, राइट? अगर मेरे नंबर को सिर्फ 1 से डिविजिबल होना था, दैट मींस जो मेरा जो नंबर है, दैट माय नंबर इट शुड लाई बिटवीन 1 क्यूब एंड 2 क्यूब. यस और नो? सो दैट इट्स क्यूब रूट विल बी 1 ओनली. क्यूब रूट तक का नंबर सिर्फ 1 ही होगा, ऐसा ही तो होगा ना? That means so I want my number to be divisible by 1. So it is going to happen if my number lies in this range, right? If my number lies in this range and equal to, here we can take equal to also, no issues, है ना? Here we can take equal to also, but it should be less than 2 cube, ताकि उसका क्यूब रूट करने पे उससे छोटी वैल्यूज तक तो आ सकती है, उसके इक्वल आ सकती हैं, बट इसके 2 के इक्वल ना आए, राइट? सो क्यूब रूट ऑफ n, so that this cube root of n becomes less than or equal to 1, right? So basically for the numbers 1 to 7, I wish my number should be divisible by 1 only, right? And it is going to be true. So basically all numbers, not only 1 satisfies, 1 से लेके 7 तक के सारे ही नंबर सेटिस्फाई करते हैं. Are you getting that? Yes. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. If I wish my number should be divisible by both 1 and 2, it means जो क्यूब रूट होना चाहिए वो 2 और 3 के बीच में आ सकता है, right? 2 और 3 के बीच में आ सकता है, 3 से कम होना चाहिए. So basically my number should be less than 3 cube, right? My number should be less than 3 cube and it could be greater than or equal to, it has to be greater than or equal to 2 cube. तो यानी कि my number could be anything from 8 up to 26, right? And I want my number should be divisible by both 1 and 2. It means 1 और 2 दोनों से divisible होने का मतलब है number need to be divisible by their LCM. And what is the LCM? LCM of 1 and 2 here is 2. तो यानी कि in this range whatever numbers are multiples of 2 they will satisfy the condition. So basically all even numbers in this range will satisfy. Are you getting that? Right. Let's proceed further. So same way, if I wish my number should be divisible by 1 as well as 2 as well as 3, if actually I want my number to be divisible by 1, 2, 3, the LCM which is nothing but 6. तो 6 के multiple चाहिए मुझे in which range? So now n should be certainly less than 4 cube, but it could be greater than or equal to 3 cube, right? तभी तो जो इसका क्यूब रूट आएगा वो 3 से 4 के बीच में आ पाएगा. It should be less than 4 and it can be 3 or more than 3, right? So that means my number can range from 27 to 63. It should be less than 64, so that's why 63. But not every number, the number must be multiple of 6. Now this time there are less numbers, right? In this case, let me write the numbers as well. I hope you are understanding the part. So in this range, all numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they were satisfying, right? But in this range, the number should be multiple of 2. So 8, 10, 12, like that, 24, 26, all numbers which are multiple of 2. But now in this range, आई एम लुकिंग फॉर दोज नंबर्स व्हिच आर मल्टीपल ऑफ 6, दे विल सेटिस्फाई, है ना, दे विल सेटिस्फाई. सो व्हिच आर दिस नंबर? तो 6 5 are 30, 30 would be the smallest number. After that 36 will also satisfy. After that what, 42 will satisfy, then 48, after that 54, and then 60. So in this range only these numbers will satisfy. I hope you are getting the idea. ठीक है, let's proceed further. यहां तक की बात तो हमें एग्जांपल दिया ही था, 60 के बारे में बताया ही था, है ना. So that we have seen here. So 60 satisfy this condition. Okay, if I move further, so if I want my number should be divisible by 1 as well as 2 as well as 3 as 4, that means that my number should be multiple of their common multiple, least common multiple. Now what is the LCM of these four numbers? This time it is 4 into 3, that is 12, है ना. So is this time we want the number to be multiple of 12. So what should be the range of n, sir? N should square root should lie between 4 and 5. So n would be less than 5 cube but greater than or equal to 4 cube, right? So n की जो वैल्यू है वो 64 से लेकर and 5 cube यानी कि 125 से कम, that is 124 तक हो सकती है, but not every number, it should be multiple of 12, right? So 64 के बाद smallest multiple of 12 is what? It is 72, right? So n could be 72, that will satisfy, and 72 के बाद 72 plus 12 कर देता हूँ, 84 will satisfy, and basically largest multiple in this series would be 120. So basically so far we have found 120, right? So 120 is the largest number so far we have found. क्या इससे आगे भी होगा क्या? आगे चलना पड़ेगा. Don't worry and don't fear. I hope you are getting the idea now. Let's move quickly now. If I'm going further, so 1 2 3 4 5 in सबसे divisible होने के लिए, so number must be multiple of all these 5. So the LCM is going to be how much? I just need to multiply 5, that will be 60. So number must be multiple of 60, isn't it? And what would be the range of number? So number will be less than 6 cube but greater than equal to 5 cube. So यानी कि number की जो range है वो 125 से लेकर 6 cube is 216. तो 215 तक number could be anything, but in this range the number must be multiple of 60, then it will satisfy. तो 60 का multiple कौन कौन है जी? तो 60 का multiple 125 के बाद next is 180. There is only one number now, isn't it? Only one number in this range. By the way, we have surpassed 120 now, so 180 is one number. Is it largest? Let's check. Why to guess? So if I want my number to be divisible by 1 2 3 4 5 6 everything, so this LCM will become how much? So 6 के आने से LCM में फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है, it is going to remain still 60, है ना. Now this time my range will be less than 7 cube and greater than equal to 6 cube, यानी कि number could be 216 से लेकर and 343 से एक कम, that is 342 तक. So but in this range I want my number to be multiple of 60. So 60 का multiple कौन आएगा? So okay, we are getting larger numbers also. In this range we are having numbers which are multiple of 60. So 240 is there, then 300 is there. अरे बाबा हम 300 तक पहुंच गए हैं सर, right? But 360 is beyond this range, so that doesn't satisfy right now. Let's proceed further. So in the next range when I'm going, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, I want my number to be divisible by all of them. So LCM के लिए क्या बनेगा? 7 needs to be multiplied. LCM will become directly to 420, isn't it? Now LCM has jumped sharply, 420 बन गया है. Okay, what about the range of numbers? So our range becomes less than 8 cube but greater than equal to 7 cube, यानी कि number could be in the range 343 up to 511, but it needs to be multiple of 420. So is there any such number which is multiple of 420? Yes sir, it is 420 only. So 420 satisfies, right? Okay, this is the largest so far. आगे बढ़े, और भी है क्या भाई? कितना चेक कराओगे? घबराओ मत. I'm just giving you a ray of hope here. And what is the ray of hope? The ray of hope is there. If you see the number of the numbers which satisfy the condition, they are getting decreased in every case, right? So पहले 7 नंबर सारे के सारे नंबर्स थे, फिर कुछ कम नंबर्स आ गए because we are looking only for multiples of 2. Then we were looking only for multiples of 6, so it is further less numbers. Then we were looking for multiples of 12, further less numbers. In this range we are looking for numbers which are multiples of 60. So in this range we got only one number, and this time again multiple of 60, so we got two numbers, but again we are getting only one number. So basically we are zeroing down to one or two numbers. So that means is it possible कि कभी ऐसा आ जाए कि किसी रेंज में कोई भी नंबर ना मिले? Yes, we are waiting for that only. Let's proceed further. एक step और आगे चलते हैं. So if I move one step further, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. If I'm looking that my number should be divisible by all of them, So LCM में क्या चेंज आने वाला है? Because of introduction of 8, so the LCM will be multiplied with 2, right? तो एक 2 extra आ जाएगा because पहले highest power of 2 was into 4, that was 2 square. Now 8 is 2 cube, so one extra 2 will be multiplied in this previous LCM. So this LCM of 8 numbers is going to be 840. So basically I want my number should be divisible by 840. And what is the range now? So range will obviously start from, I hope you are getting a whole idea. So number should be in this range starting from 8 cube and it should be less than 9 cube. Now 9 cube is 729. तो 728 तक नंबर हो सकता है and 512 से लेकर. लेकिन सर I wanted the number to be divisible by 840. There is no such number. Not possible. Not possible. And if you proceed further, आपको अगर ऐसा सोचो कि शायद आगे मिल जाए, इस रेंज में नहीं मिला कोई बात नहीं, आगे चलते हैं शायद आगे मिल जाए. लेट्स चेक वंस मोर. अगर मैं 9 तक जाता हूं, इफ आई एम लुकिंग फॉर divisibility of my number with all from 1 to 9, so the LCM के अंदर 9 का मतलब है एक 3 और मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा because the previously I had highest power of 3 as 1 only. 3 में भी वही था 3 power 1. 6 also contained 3 power 1. But in 9 when I'm introducing 9 also, so it contains 3 square. So one extra power of 3 is there. So LCM would be multiplied with 3, right? The previous LCM would be multiplied with 3. So in this case, I want my number to be divisible by 814 to 3. It will be how much? 2520. Okay. So what is going to happen further? Let's see. So my range is going to be, this n can vary from this 9 cube, but it should be less than 10 cube, है ना? तो 10 cube तो 1000 होता है, तो 999 तक ही तो जाने वाले हैं ना बाबा, 729 से लेकर. But I want number to be multiple of 2520. How is that possible? क्यों मजाक करते हो सर? And you can check it further also. It is not going to be possible. So basically, so gradually the numbers which satisfy the condition were decreasing, and finally we have got to this range, after which there is no range in which the numbers divisibility would be satisfied, the conditions would not be satisfied. So what is the largest number which you are looking for? That's obviously is 420. So I'm not cheating you, 420 नहीं कर रहा हूं आपके साथ 420 ही नहीं हो रही है. This is actually good question to develop your thought process, which I promised you in the beginning, right? So I strongly recommend all of you see the whole solution once again, how I have done it, and you do it on your own by thinking. Right now when you are seeing na, so your brain is working only till half extent, right? आपको कुछ बात समझ में आ रही है, हाँ अच्छा है ना, it happens. So it will be more clear when you solve on your own, and if you stuck anywhere, feel free to see it again, right? There is no charges for that. Internet is free nowadays, right? Investment is you, right? You are there being invested. So you are investing your time. So learn it, understand it, and develop your thought process accordingly. Okay, so extension questions could be many. Can you create any extension question? I did many years ago, I remember. In place of cube root, this cube root, if you reduce the question, if you just take it to be square root, what would be the answer of this question? Of course, this example part will not satisfy them. Now, example will change. So I'm not giving an example for that. I'm not giving an example for that. This is the extension question for all of you from my side, that in place of cube root, if I say it is square root with all other conditions remaining same, so what would be the answer to this question? Write in the comments below. Thank you.